The parade of players coming off the team bus as the visitors pull into the building. A very determined group coming in here tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Green, and it's LeBron in its small forward. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Now, here's Zubac. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Backcourt violation. Los Angeles ball.
James against Leonard.
Switch.
Puts it up. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
The 3 from George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
James, the pass to Howard. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Going up against an all-time great like LeBron James, there are no easy answers. Still, he's aware it will be pivotal to slow him down if they're going to win this game. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And that one's good. Leonard.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
Now here's LeBron. Cook kicks to LeBron. Over Leonard. Lakers working the ball around now. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Green.
Love the aggressiveness from AD there. Not a lot of hesitation. And good at finding a shot there on the inside.
George, that's a 2-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
I got ball.
On the wing, Green passes to Howard. Here is Cook. Here's Davis.
Get it.
Green passes to Davis. Trains the 3-pointer. Davis has got 5.
That's an impossible shot to guard, Kevin. Davis got the ball and just rises up for the jumper there. The D has to be frustrated.
Hey, who got here?
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
Get it, bro. Here we go. Attack. Here we go. Get a good look.
Leonard against James. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Lob pass to George. Green with the rebound. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to snap him out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Smith checked in for Green. And it's Waiters in for Cook. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles.
Here we go. Get a good look. Good look.
George against James. And George kicks to Shamet.
No.
Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Smith. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Let's check out some stats for McGee. He had a strong showing last season. 3rd in shooting percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. George passes to Morris. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now here's LeBron. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on Los Angeles. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most. And this is what he does so well, putting the defender back on his heels and being relentless in flying to the basket.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Shamet outside for George. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Waiters no luck. The Clippers shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. George passes to Jackson. Tipped away. Here's Shamet. Rebounded by McGee.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
James way outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with...
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Deion Waiters is out there with J.R. Smith. Then it's LeBron James. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down 7% as a team from the line.
Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing, right?
Popcorn, right
and
next
the
to it.
popcorn,
Hot
what
dog
else,
and then
Kevin?
the popcorn.
Yeah,
Right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel good.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it. You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? This is why coaches want defenders to always have their hands ready. LeBron with the quick pass there.
Los Angeles trails by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
With some arc, and the layup good by Leonard.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And the D's got to be a bit more physical right there, Kevin. Allowing Dwight to get that deep, not a good idea, which is why he constantly finds his way to the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Zubats is checked in for Paul George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Landry Shamet. And then for the Lakers, Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for J.R. Smith. And Cook sub in for Waiters. He gets that one.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Here's James. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Los Angeles trails by 7, and there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And here is Los Angeles now. Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the pass to Beverly. Outside for Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, He'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Here's Jackson. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and this matchup with Los Angeles, hard to believe, is the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season schedule.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Yeah, these two teams were so similar in so many ways last season, both in the standings and on the court. Very interested to find out who has the edge this time around.
Offensive rebound. Los Angeles leading by 9. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
A minute 42 left now here in the second. It's stolen by Davis. From the arc, and another basket for the Lakers.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The Clippers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And Morris throws it down.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
James outside. Outside, Davis. From deep, McGee trying to break free. And Davis can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Everly for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
McGee finds Green. Back to McGee. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Leonard the pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Well, with Leonard on the floor, the team's always going to function a little bit better as a whole, and some of that comes from his unselfish play.
Inside, here's Davis. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 13-point game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Floats it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
So being that good and then being that efficient, yeah, that's what Anthony Davis represents. Outstanding at shooting from that spot on the floor.
Green against Leonard. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we conclude the first half. Lakers lead by 15. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.